This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings, salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Dark Souls for the PlayStation 3. In the last episode, we explored the depths, found some rats and some basilisks. Oh my! And we found Master Splinter, or what happened to him when he went off the deep end. Man, when the turtles got killed by Shredder, it really does something to a man. But anyway, we find ourselves back here in the cook's area, and you're probably wondering, well, why are we back here? You're still exploring the depths, right? Well, I forgot about something. Like, I mentioned this before in a previous episode, but I didn't go down here, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a reason to go down here. Let's drop down here. Whoop. Yep, this is how you're supposed to get to the top of the rat. I knew that there was a way to get there, but I couldn't believe. I was like, how do you get there? I know you can get there somehow, and yeah, that's it. So, if you basically want to get the jump on the rat, like if you're ranged, or if you're a magic user, or whatever, or if you just don't want to deal with him, like you say, I wouldn't say he's that hard, but yeah, this gives you a chance to basically take him out on your terms instead of the game's terms, basically. So, I could just range him, da 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 dee 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 dee. He's gonna die, gonna die, gonna. Actually, should be just singing the TMNT song while we're at it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Aw, and he's dead. Oh well. Yeah, like I said, I mean, he's really not that hard to fight, but depending on your build, you may just want to do that. And really, if the game allows you to do that, why not? I mean, oh well. Anyway, we killed the rat. Hooray! There we go. Alright. Okay, got that. I think he's supposed to drop. I think he's supposed to have the key. Yeah, there it is. The sewer chamber key. Or, well, he didn't have it, but now we can finally get in that door. Alright. Let's see what else is around here. Soul of the Nameless One. Got some humanity, a soul, and I think that's it. Now there is a... Okay. Now how I mentioned in the last episode how you can get that rat here. Now you can actually... If you fall through there, you just go basically back to the sewers, but if you jump right... Nah, I didn't do it properly. You can actually just jump... It's one way to circumvent a lot of the place around here, but... oh well. I'll just walk the way there. Oh, by the way, you notice these dead people around here? Like, every once in a while they'll just pop up. These are players who died to curses. That's right. This guy is a fellow player who, on his game, died from being cursed. Take that, moron. No, I'm just kidding. But still, that's what that is. It's actually a pretty neat way that other players interact with your world. So if you're online, you'll see those guys more regularly. Well, depending on how good the players are. I mean, there's just some people that are going to fall for cursing, and that's just how it is. Weirdly enough, even my first time I played through, I've died before, but I didn't suffer through cursing just because I saw them shoot out a big glob of something, and you're like, I don't want any part of that. But yeah, if you jump right, you can basically circumvent a whole going back down through there. I'm not very good at the jumping, so yeah, what can I do? Actually, I don't need to. I won't do it yet. Oh, there's a couple more blobs around here. I won't unlock the door for the bonfire yet because, like I said, I've got plenty of healing, and well, I'm not in any immediate danger because I'm not humanitied right now. We will here in a second, though. Don't worry. Because well, I guess we don't really need to, but I'm going to for the upcoming section here. So that should be one more blob there. Not that I'm trying to... Can he drop? Or is he stuck? Looks like he's kind of stuck. There we go. Not that I need to kill him, but I'm doing it just for... He might possibly drop a shard. One less thing I have to grind for later on in the game. Not that you need to grind for shards, but when you play this game as much as I have, even if you're not an expert at the game, you at least know where things drop things and what's required to upgrade certain weapons and items. You're like, well, I'm not going to fight this boss until I've got this or this. But anyway, if we go through here, find a person. Hello. What are you doing here in the sewer? You must love it around here. Well, let's talk to him. Or kill him. No, I'm just kidding. Let's talk to him.
Aye, Shemai. And good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
Oh, well, you seem like a nice sort. Hey, learn a gesture. Joy! Happy, happy, joy, joy. We can buy stuff from him. Here he is. This is the guy that you can buy the lightning resin from. So if you want to have lightning weapons, here you go. Sells them, and it's only 1,000. Not too bad, especially for in-game stuff. He also sells crystal weapons. Basically, crystal weapons are really powerful, but you can't repair them, so they'll just eventually break. So, buyer beware. He sells arrows, so if you need to replenish stock on them, which I bought quite a few bolts and wood bolts, so I'm good there, at least for a while. And he sells his own unique armor set, the Helm of the Wise. Or, well, the Armor of the Glorious. Anyway, let's read that. Well, I'll buy that eventually just for the purposes of having it as a collector's item. But we don't need to right now. So, anyway. A strange helm from the ancient land of Xena, birthplace of the curious dealer Domnall. It says it's Domnall. Okay. The two horns are believed to symbolize wisdom. The many metals are believed to symbolize glory. The gold bracers symbolize a vanquisher. The inlaid silver rings symbolize an explorer. So yeah, I'll buy those just for.
But no matter. No, not to worry. Come back again. I'm always available. Not every trade was meant to be. There'll be more in store for us someday, sometime.
Well, you're a lot nicer than that one merchant. If you don't buy from me, he goes shove off, you know, basically. So.
I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
Oh, he has a thing. If you buy something from him and then talk to him, he'll give you like little snippets of information. I don't think you have to buy anything big from him. I think you just have to buy something from him.
Well, I'm certain we will make a good trade eventually. So I am willing to share some tips. If you see kindling in the catacombs, use divine weapons. That will repel the reassembling skeletons.
This is... I knew it's somewhere in the game. The game explains to you. I think an item does that too. But he specifically says using a divine weapon will destroy skeletons that reassemble. You can't go through that area without a divine weapon. You just have to kill certain creatures called... I think they're just necromancers that keep reassembling the skeletons. When you kill them, they don't... as far as I remember, they don't respawn. But if you want to get through like the first time and don't have to deal with them while you're trying to chase down the necromancer, it's best to at least have one weapon with the divine feature on it. So that's pretty nice. He also gives you other tips if you buy stuff from him. I think if you make big purchases, he'll give you more tips. But
that was a fine trade. I have this funny feeling we'll meet again soon, and we'll make another fine trade, of course.
Yeah, this game explains a lot to you, just in weird ways at certain times. So just have to keep that in mind when playing the game, that this game doesn't just automatically tell you everything. Like with him, you had to buy something from Domnall, otherwise he wouldn't have explained that to you. So, not that he's being a dick, it's just like there's, you know, you didn't buy anything from him, so why give you the extra business, you know what I mean? So anyway, we keep exploring the depths here. There should be, I think there's a couple of items here before we leave. I'm not going to completely go through this place until I gain my humanity back, and I'll show you here in a second why that is. Okay, I could swear there was like one or two items we could explore in here till we get to the bottom. I'm probably just missing it or skipping over it by accident. Maybe that was the other area within. Like I said, even though I played this game quite a bit, I still forget minor details. And that's just, you know, age, or you haven't played a game in a while. Ooh, we get the heavy crossbow and heavy bolt. It's basically stronger and slower than the light crossbow, so it does more damage, but it's a lot slower reloading. But if you're a strength build, basically crossbows are for strength builds, and regular bows are for dex builds. Let's see if I can pull it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It just looked like the light crossbow, so I just bypassed it. Powerful, large crossbow. While bows require both hands, a crossbow is held in one, but arming each bolt takes time. And then, yeah, so basically it's more powerful. Whoops. My light crossbow is more powerful right now because I've already upgraded it, but another thing that will eventually be more powerful is just a lot slower. So with that, I think that's it. Yeah, okay. And that will take us to a boss. We don't want to go there yet. Now, I can't beat this guy I probably could beat him by myself quite easily. Well, I don't know if I'd say quite easily. But I want to show you, for those who either are offline or have trouble with these types of games, and, well, I had trouble the first time I played these too. Even with playing this game as many times, I still make obvious mistakes, or I'll still die even with as many times as I've played this game. So You know, everyone needs help sometimes. But if you actually, this is probably better if you're offline, because then you won't get attacked by random players who use the red orb against you. So, not that, I mean, it's kind of a dickish thing, but I can't blame the players for doing that, because that's just a function of the game. Anyway, with the sewer chamber key, which I forgot to read, let's do that really quick. Sewer chamber key. In any community, a few bad apples are sure to exhibit unsatiable greed. If they were turned undead and banished to the depths, would they reconsider their ways? Use this key to see for yourself. Alright, anyway, yeah, with that key in the way, we get our bonfire. Nice. And easy access to the boss. It's there, just, the game makes you work for it. Alright, first of all, before we go on, let's level up a bit. Want my strength up a bit. Vitality. I think I want my strength just a little bit more. Because you always want vitality, but I want to at least do decent damage too. I think that's good. Okay. We also want to reverse our hollowing. So we want to be human. Hopefully there's no one. I am playing online right now. Hopefully I won't be attacked by any human players. Because most of the people that do PvP and are red summons are prepared for it. So, well, not all of them. There are a few PvPers I've played against that did it because they found it for the first time and they're like, oh, I'll try some PvP, and then they end up just getting murdered by me because they didn't expect me to be such a high level or whatever. But like I said, I'm not good at PvP. Most PvPers will outright wreck me. Just because I don't have the build for it. The build I'm using is for PvE. Player versus environment, by the way, if you're not sure what I'm talking about. But anyway, it looks like no one's immediately using red orbs or cracked red orbs right now, so we don't have to worry about being immediately invaded. Although, with the people I'm going to find, yeah, I'll at least have some help. But like everything, there's ooh, fatty. What does that even mean? Alright, there are... It must be the next floor. Okay. Sorry, like I said, I always tend to forget certain things around here. Okay. Like well, not all bosses, but a good deal of bosses in the game do offer you some type of help in some fashion. We get Solaire. And if you released I guess that's supposed to be his right there. Okay, and if you release Lautrec way back in the way, you can summon him too for this fight. All right. You don't need to. Solaire's still probably one of the better helps, but the fact that Lautrec will help, he's such a nice guy. He would never do anything to harm us. Let's go and summon Solaire and Lautrec for the fight. Yeah, these two are back again after helping us fight the bell gargoyles. After we summon Solaire, we'll summon Lautrec. It's nice that the game will let you summon up to two people to help you. Oh, looks like there's another player wanting to help me out too right now. But since I'm doing this as if you're playing offline or don't want to have other players to help you, this is your chance to use friendly NPCs to help you. So I could have summoned another player to help out, and probably Lautrec is probably not going to be as helpful in this fight. But by the way, I think if you summon I know if you summon human players, I think it also works if you summon NPCs. The boss will be slightly more powerful when you summon NPCs to help you, so keep that in mind. So his HP might go up slightly, stuff like that. So, but it's, except I think maybe in-game stuff, but for the most part, it's not too bad. But anyway, let's come on, Lautrec, come on, Solaire. Let's attack the boss of the depths. Look at that small guy. He wouldn't do anything to her. It's like a small alligator. Oh, that's fine. Oh my god! That thing's huge! Oh dear. We're in for some trouble. Alright, we are fighting the Gaping Dragon. Oh boy. Careful with him. He's not, I wouldn't say he's too difficult, but you do have to be kind of aware of your surroundings because he'll just ground pound you. Now he is weak he will throw his chest onto you. He'll wriggle around. He'll hit you with his tail. His weaknesses are lightning and fire. Also, you can cut off his tail. Let's see if we can get it. I'm trying to cut off his tail. Let's see if we can do it. Like I said, Lautrec and Solaire probably aren't going to be at their best in this fight. But, you know, what can you do, right? There we go. We get the Dragon King Axe for taking off his tail. All right. All right. Whoop. He's not happy about that. Uh-oh. He's going to jump up and drop down on us. Man, Solaire, you are not helping me very much at all in this fight. Luckily, he's got a lot of HP, too, by the way, so, just have to... I think Solaire died already. Yeah, well... What can you do? I'm probably going to be having to do this by myself. Lautrec at least is still up, so he can distract the creature. But yeah, if you have fire and lightning, since I'm using the Dragon Blade, I can't, unfortunately, use fire on the sword because of the way it works. But yeah, definitely use fire or lightning. So if you're a Faith build that has the lightning... or a Pyromancer, or if you just have the Pine Resins, you can come up with as well. Uh-oh. Careful, every time he jumps up, he's just going to flop down on you, so... Yeah, too bad Solaire died. Luckily, his quest line doesn't deal with Solaire being alive during the combat. The only sad thing is I don't get a Sunlight Medal from him when he dies, so... Oh, well. Yeah, see, he'll slam down on top of you, he'll... run! Yeah, gotta be careful. He'll jump on you, and he'll also throw out the front of him on you. Like he'll basically lay on top of you is the best way to explain it. So you have to be careful about that too. He'll swing his legs. He'll also his head is weirdly enough his head is actually his weakness. So if you can hit him in the head, you actually do a decent amount of damage. But he doesn't let you do that too often. So be careful. Luckily, this area is pretty large. But be careful about his size, the fact he can basically fall down on top of you. And at the very end of the area, there is a... looks like Lautrec's out too. Damn, you guys suck. Well, they can help you, but, like, yeah, be prepared for the friendly AI to be terrible in this fight. They are not very helpful. Oh, well. Nothing I can do about it. Luckily, his tail is still susceptible. Yeah, be careful about, like, using too much of your stamina because of his ability to swing his body. Yeah, he won't be able to swing his tail at you because, well, I cut it off, so. But I'm talking about the jumping, like, jumping in the air type of thing. Just have enough stamina to survive that, so. I don't think he has much as much HP if you've only got yourself. But unfortunately, since I summoned both those dudes, his HP still stands, so just be careful. I think he's going to throw out the goo here in a second. Is he? Yeah. Alright. Unfortunately, that affects like a pretty high amount of the field. Okay, good. I was able to get away from that. Alright, see, I did a little bit more damage because of his, get out of the way! I think I'm dead. Oh, I survived. Wow. All right. I should. Luckily, I had enough HP and a decent armor set, so there you go. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have even gotten hit by him in the first place, frankly. Now it's just a war of attrition, really, is doing just enough damage to him to kill him. And make sure if he's chasing you to be just enough ahead of him that he doesn't hit you with his basically his face, because he'll just crunch you with that chest of his. This is actually a pretty cool design for a boss, I'll admit. Like, usually most dragons fly around or whatever, but this one's like tiny head, huge gaping maw-like chest. He's gonna drop his, maybe not the goo, but... Yeah, that's definitely one way to hurt him, is to wait for his body to drop so he can, here he comes again. Now, luckily I'm just fast enough to survive his, or to get past him when he's jumping around like that. Maybe I should have equipped my like a regular sword with like the one of the pine resins instead of this sword. Because yeah, the problem with this dragon blade is that with its power, it can only be upgraded with twinkling or with dragon scales, and it can't be. You can't use items like resin on it, unfortunately. So oh well. There we go. Got a decent amount of damage on it. I mean, I'm not trying to hit his weak spot specifically, but he's not letting me get around him anymore because I'm by myself, so I have to basically be just fast enough to get past him. And hopefully he doesn't drop his chest in front of me and try to charge me. That looks like he's dropping his goo. His goo! Don't get touched by the goo! It basically does overall damage, so... Looks like he dropped again. He didn't charge this time. Good. Uh-oh. Woo! Get away. Get away from me, man. Bad touch. Okay, good. It should almost be a couple more good hits and we should be good to go. Uh-oh. Looks like he's about to do that chest bounce. Or that chest drop. Like when he does stuff like that, be prepared for his chest to go forward. Yep. There you go. He's almost gone. Woo. Close. There we go. We've almost got him. Come on. Got him. Yeah. All right. The gaping dragon is destroyed. No thanks to Lotric and Solaire, by the way. Thanks a lot, guys. Huh. All right. We get the Blight King, Twin Humanities, and a Homeward Bone from him. All right. And, let's see. Let's get the rest of the items behind here, too. Yeah, not too bad. Like most bosses, really, as long as you're aware of your surroundings and the area, it shouldn't be too bad. Not really. Aw, that looked like a door. No, I think there's like one or two items around here. Yeah, if Solaire had survived the fight, you would have gotten a sunlight medal. Kind of like what happened when I fought the Bell Gargoyles. But yeah, it kind of sucks that usually the AI is, I think you get this armor if you play, not the knight, but like the fighter or whatever it's called. You would already have that piece of armor set, but we didn't, so there you go. Basically, it's not bad armor, it's lighter, so for the purposes of, yeah, see, this is where it came out from. By the way, don't drop in there, you'll die. Let me think. I guess that was it. I could have sworn there was like one more item in this general area, but I guess not, so. Oh, well. And that's it. We just get out of here. I guess I could read the Blighttown key information before you leave, so, alright. Or before we get out of here, so. Alright, Blighttown key. So far, if I remember correctly, oh no, I have died to a boss. I died to the Asylum Demon. Dang it, I was about to say, I haven't died to a boss yet, but that's not true. Blighttown key. Key to Blighttown for the depths of the undead berg swallowed by the gaping dragon. As its name suggests, Blighttown is a place of great pestilence. Even the polluted inhabitants of the depths are aware of its danger, and built this mighty door in hopes that they could remain safely separated. By the way, if you go through the Valley of Drakes to Blighttown, you can easily skip this whole undead berg, lower undead berg, and the depths, just by doing that. So basically, this whole area I showed you guys, I could have easily skipped, but I didn't because I wanted to show you just what was here. So, but like I said, if you don't have a melee strategy, magic does work here. Flame or lightning or pine resin uses fire or lightning, and use that to your advantage. Anyway. I wonder if he has anything else to say now that we've killed the gaping dragon. Probably not. I didn't think so. Alright. See you later. Yeah. Sorry, not to be rude, but let's get out of here. Alright, let's use the key to get through this door. To Blighttown! Ooh. Uh-oh. Wait, you gotta make me drop all the way down this hole? Oh, no, there's a ladder. Alright, cool. Alright. Blighttown. Well, you'll find out when we get there. Probably one of the... Well, I wouldn't say the most interesting. It's definitely an interesting place, but probably one of the buggiest places in the game. And that's because of how large it is and what's going on screen at all times. Well, I'll show you when we get there, but it is an interesting area. Probably one of the few areas where I get a little nervous about walking around because of the small areas. Small area places to walk, stuff like that. I can't hit that guy there. That guy's kind of nasty if I remember. He also does toxin. Oh, by the way, if you can't see him, there's a dude down there. So usually I will range them if I can. God, that's not a lot of damage though. I may just have to melee him then. Well, my range is fine if I'm using my crossbow, but and I'm using wooden arrows and not anything stronger than that. So, although I keep playing this game as if I'm doing my magic or dex build, and I'm not. So I gotta remember that I probably can handle him. But the thing is, with this small area there is a chance he could knock me off. So for this guy, I'm gonna just range him for now. I know it's kind of boring, but well, the game gives you tools. Use the tools. I may use the... Oh, I didn't buy a whole lot of standard arrows for this because I'm not going to use the bow very much. The most times I'm going to use the bow is for distraction or to pull an enemy towards me that I don't want to be too close to. You know what I mean? Oh, he's almost dead. If you're an archer, if you're a dex class using range as your main mode of attack, this game's probably a lot easier for you, or at least when it comes to enemies. Not so much bosses, but because bosses are pretty much on your ass the whole time. So anyway, but I'll show you fighting with those guys normally. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to risk getting knocked off because of how small the walking area is. As you can see, could get knocked off into the abyss. Oh, he drops a large club. All right. I think he drops also dung as well. Alright, let's fight them. Now let's actually fight them one-on-one. Hopefully I didn't pull both of them, because there's a couple of them around here. Alright. Doesn't do too much damage to me. And I'm decently fast. I've got decent armor, so my shield can take the hit. So see how I'm doing... Basically, it's doing just a bit of damage because the shield isn't perfect in terms of physical defense. I think the grass shield is, what, 95%? So it'll never completely protect you from physical attacks. Now this place is a bit dangerous, and one, because of small areas, but two, because poison is very prevalent in this place, so make sure to have a lot of purple moss from either buying it from that crazy merchant lady or from drops in the Darkroot Gardens. That's actually probably, really, if you don't want to spend a lot of souls, I'd probably suggest grinding the Darkroot Forest, because there's a bonfire right next to it, and just get your humanity high enough, and then just get poison moss from that. I mean, if you don't want to do grinding, that's fine, but that's, you know, if you know where you're going. By the way, that's why I'm equipping the poison ring. I want to have a higher resistance to poison, because there's a couple of dudes who will cheap attack you with blow darts that give you toxin. So they're around here. I just have to stab that guy. That's what you get for charging at me, dork. You go squish down. Ah. I hate the fact that now I'm not strong enough to instantly kill them. Well, and in fact I'm not using a weapon that does a good backstab damage. If I was using like the thieves knife or bandit knife, or I think some rapiers do a decent. Uh-oh. Ah, it's a one hit? Oh, come on, game. See, like I said, the game will toxin you. I could have swore that I could take a couple of hits before toxin hit me. Oh well. You might want to put your toxins on your quick slots because of those guys. Toxin and poison. Unfortunately, these guys mainly do toxin, and I don't have a whole lot of those. Those don't drop as regularly as the other thing. But yeah, toxin is basically a nastier thing of poison. I think it lasts quite a bit longer too. But I wonder if I have armor that's better for toxin use or resistance. I mean, toxin is basically a form of poison. Let's see, what's my current 19? It's not. It raises my poison resist quite a bit. I might equip the gargoyle helmet for a while. So, because this isn't really much about damage per se. It's more about resisting toxin and stuff like that. Black leather would do pretty well down here. So I think that's, Eastern armor's not too bad against that. Might do that because it'll let me keep my. Unfortunately, with the Eastern armor, I can't upgrade that unless I'm using twinkling stuff. So, okay, so black leather will be good for that. I'll say black leather overall is pretty solid for this part. I might just quit black leather then for. It just doesn't have the defense though. Oh well, we'll stick with that. So, alright. Well, now that the depths have been conquered and the gaping dragon has been finished, we now go to Blight Town and fight what flows within. Will we get poisoned? Will we get knocked off? Will we be lost in the muck and time of Blight Town? Who knows? But find out next time on Dark Souls. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And don't go hollow now, you hear?